All right, I'm back. What happened? Oh, what did Matt do?
Seven was asking me how I'm feeling, and I feel like my knuckles hurt very badly on account of how hard I punched my desk.
But
Did a new thing happen to Matt?
No,
I
they're
think
just
you should
following
feel
up on that.
encouraged, though. Don't you feel a little bit encouraged?
If I say I feel encouraged, then the rest of the table will continue to look at me.
Somebody's gonna do something.
No,
Something's
I'm dead.
gonna do.
I'm dead in the water.
Okay.
Oh, did we do? I wanted to score.
Yeah, you're up, Hunter. Go ahead. And
Okay.
score.
2 and 2 colors, baby, and I'll go up to 4.
Wow.
Oh, okay, so not everybody is a 3.
Wow.
Wham Dog gets 2 and 2 colors.
Just only 3 secrets scored. Wow.
You know what's interesting is
These
how
slackers, 2 of those are mine.
even the scoring is. Every Franken game that I've watched,
Yes.
the scoring is
Very tight.
very tight, almost even tighter than regular games. So
Yes.
Yes, as
they're
soon as you're
always
done doing
really
that,
competitive
actually, I
games.
was
You know?
done. Wow.
And
As soon as
interestingly
you're done
enough,
doing that, we can go to a different phase.
Snorcerer is the one who is lagging
Cool.
slightly
I'm
behind
done.
here. But not out at all.
Oh, I haven't assigned money.
I mean,
Probably do that.
TG Welch, though, still has to be the biggest threat. He's got 5 points on the board. He has the 0 token. He's got 2 free points in the bag. I mean, you're looking at... And he has no secrets scored yet? Like, come on, man. He scores a couple secrets. It's game.
Okay.
Game
We
time.
all ready for a
And it is a tough next objective that was revealed.
Let
so
this dude... I mean, he did put his flagship out there, right?
Hunter has
Let
6,
this
I
dude
think.
have unveil
Yeah,
flagship.
the same that I had.
And then, like... And then you just got to keep your home system at that
Alright,
juncture.
Right.
You just have to keep your home, which is going to be
Your
tough
speaker.
on this board.
Hey, everybody, guess what? Homeland Defense Act. Law 4. Each player can have any number of PDS on any planet he controls against. Each player destroys one of his PDS, starting with me, no, Wen's. Wen Mantis.
Nope.
Wen Snorcer.
No.
Wen Hunter. Nothing for time,
no.
otherwise.
Well, wait, hold up.
Whoop, back to Hunter.
Which part are we at? Just when?
The
That's
Wen.
Wen.
Yeah,
So
no
just
when.
Wens.
No when.
No, so no Wens. Afters. I will probably do an after here. This is gonna be one of those ones that nobody actually cares about. But are people gonna want to destroy PDS? I feel like no.
Mantis
I
doesn't
will-
care because he doesn't even have one.
Right.
You shut up.
Almost nobody cares. No, almost nobody has any PDS.
We're going to need some food.
I only
at some
have 2,
point.
and they're both of my home.
I know, huh?
Yellow doesn't have any, so white and yellow don't care.
I hate going first in this situation. But I feel like other riders are going to get played, so maybe I'll pass on the first opportunity and see what happens. Mantis, no. Snorcer, no.
No riders.
Hunter?
Well, I kind of just want to say no now to screw up your play here, because I was going to play a rider, but it feels
I'll
like...
tell you this much. Mine's a very low impact rider, so it's not like you're baiting out my Imperial rider or something. It's a construction rider.
Mhm.
That's not low impact.
Not for him.
kind of like my rider to go through. It's a leadership rider.
I was just thinking, as soon as he said that, it's a low impact rider, I'm like, what rider does he have?
What if these two are talking about how much they want their riders to go to? What if they made a
I'll
deal
just play leadership rider
to like
against.
help each other's riders go through?
So if I lose something, I gain something.
You know, maybe that's some next level.
Yeah.
Hey, dude, I got this rider that I want to go through next time.
Yeah, you know, I gotta admit, and I don't compliment your TI play very much because I don't respect it a lot, but whenever you are playing, or spectating for that matter, you do have a vision for possible negotiations to further your position in the game.
Yeah,
that I don't think a lot of players possess.
I mean, and that's one of the big things that comes with the experience is knowing what deals there are to be made, right? You can make a deal over anything. Doesn't mean you should.
Alright.
Doesn't mean you should. You got to pick your battles.
Okay.
Right.
But
so
being
So
able to
far,
find the
3 people will
deals
be voting
where they
by-
are, being aware of them. That's
if I play my
one of the
racer.
things that really comes with a lot of
I guess the
experience.
And it
main-
really is one of
North
the most
Are you
important
bending
parts
any direction on this?
of Twilight Imperium.
art of the
because-
deal.
Because that can be the
I
difference
don't wanna
between
lose
1
PDS,
or
but at the same
2
time,
Yeah.
I have a pretty good
victory
net worth
points in a
setup,
game of
so
Twilight Imperium, and usually, especially in a Franken
don't
setup,
know.
Not losing
that's the
PDS
difference between
and
winning and
Hunter
Yeah.
not getting
is
PDS
that
games.
it's real. It could be that 1 point that you missed
The
out on
The
acquiring.
difference-
thing is,
the
if the
difference
others, I don't want to
largely
waste votes
is
on
the
that
deals
thing.
you make.
That's the main.
Yeah.
What
issue.
deals
Yeah,
did
right.
you make?
Yeah,
Um,
did
okay, so the
you,
next person's
you know,
RY.
trade
RY
your
really
political
anywhere?
secret or that 1 or 2 trade goods in order to make that construction rider go
Yeah.
through that allowed you to produce a couple of extra units that allowed you to grab Mecha-tall Rex at some point
Yeah.
or allowed you to hold on to some tech skip planets for an
Now
objective
your
at some
face is
point.
back here.
Yeah.
I'm sitting on
It's
your
it's
toes.
it's about the deals. I mean, anybody can score the points.
Those are strong
But-
toes.
Can you
Home toes.
make the deals to get the little bit extra?
Yeah, which is one of the great things about this game because it's not just about doing mistake-free play like, oh, I should have bought this unit, oh, I should have popped this before that, I should have saved this action card here. That's part of it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But a part that's just as big is interacting with players
Yes.
on a diplomatic level
Right.
in order
Yeah,
to
that
acquire the
got
best deals
traded
for the
away,
best
actually.
positions.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
that's one of the things that makes this game so
Which
great.
shit.
which I would say is one
Oh, I
of
know
your
where it is
great
now.
strengths
Yeah.
is
Yeah, it shouldn't be.
the things the deals that you propose. They're not even
That would just defeat the purpose now,
negotiation
wouldn't it?
starters. There are deals that I've seen you like seal that you opened up
I
negotiations
don't know,
like
let's talk to man.
so you could give me all your trade goods.
Right.
And in return,
Just messing
I
with
would take your trade goods from you and
I'm
keep
probably
them.
putting-
Like that's the opener.
Right.
And then
Somehow I get it to go
and
through.
then the person will renegotiate. Well, I'll do that if I can also give you my
fine.
trade agreement.
based on-
And then you say, okay, deal. I've seen negotiations like that take place, and I would say,
Right.
now those negotiations and deals, I don't even think they're not even.
They're not even
within-
on your radar.
They're
Right.
They're completely. They're not in anybody's radar because
Yeah,
they're
they're-
from outer space.
That's true. Maybe seeing the deals might not be one of my greatest strengths, but just the audacity to propose any
proposing
deal
deals that should never be made is your
and then
greatest
somehow
strength.
getting them to go through. I will, for 2 of your trade goods, I will let you give me your support for the throne.
Deal.
And they're like, I'm like, look, man, I wouldn't be able to attack you. I got your support. And they're like,
well, for now,
that's a
I'm
good
gonna-
point.
Well,
Here you go, Pacer. Here's
well,
my support.
Well, yeah. Instead of that, would you like my ceasefire? In addition to that, I'll
Right.
take it.
Yes. There is no deal that I
You know
will
what?
not propose.
You know, I had a moment like that where recently where
That
somebody
might fuck up
somebody
all of
gave
your
me the deal
plans,
that I
but
would never have proposed
That's not good.
themselves because I was like, hey man, if you do this and this, that everything I needed done to even have a shot, I was
Right.
like, if you do all these things, I'll give you my support. And he's like, okay, cool, we do that and then we'll do a support swap. And I was like, because I was just gonna give it to him
So I'm
straight
assuming
up.
that-
Right, and you were like, oh,
Yeah, yes, support
Yeah,
swap.
right, support
Boom.
swap.
And it got me the win, honestly.
Yeah.
But yeah, the deal that should never be done.
So,
Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. And also, my rider is more impactful, but I can already get all the technology.
So we do have a construction rider out of Sard.
Oh, and all the riders are coming out.
We have a construction rider out of Scooter
More
here,
riders?
and then we have a leadership
So,
rider out of
yellow?
Wham Dog. Yeah, and a leadership
Red.
rider out of Wham Dog. Oh my gosh! And then we also have a tech rider out of Snorcerer.
Yep. So really, what it
Here.
comes down to is how much are they gonna pay yellow, and
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 last call blue, so looks like no. All right,
I mean
so
I would
vote-
actually
vote
lean
is
towards
4.
the
Each player
tech
can have
and
any number of
construction
PDS,
rider
on planets he controls.
against
and
destroy a
TG gets
PDS, which
text,
Sorcerer
and
has
Wizard,
one,
and
and is
Sorcerer gets
probably
attack,
trying
and
to
I get
score
face
4
off or
PDS.
against. Each
I
player
mean,
destroys 1 PDS,
who
and he gets
knows?
3 command
But he's
counters,
got 3 on the
starting
board.
with white.
Did Welch get assassinated?
Hey Mantis, I owe you these 2 trade goods. Here they are.
Oh, I already remember that.
TG.
Why are his votes?
Yeah, maybe.
Flipped here?
Maybe he got assassinated.
Which way?
He
I
did-
mean, I know why blue, purple, and green are. They got their riders.
He's
on the
got a
board.
counter over here.
I don't know why Welch. We might have missed that while we were.
So Matt,
talking all that shit.
Okay, no matter what we do, Mantis ends up
Yeah, I
getting
don't
2
see it.
trade goods from this.
Hey, Rwise, I have an offer for you. If you want to take a look at this card real quick to vote against.
I said I have an offer for you.
No.
Yeah, it is. It probably
What?
is.
I was mocking
That's the
Scooter
guy.
here because he said he had an offer
Yeah.
for R-Wise.
You get a tech, which is worth, trade good.
That's from Green. The thing is, like I said, no matter what we do, Mantis is gonna end up getting money out of this. So I can offer you trade goods. It's just I don't know how much.
Why is Mantis getting something out of this?
Pillage.
Taking, like, 50.
Oh gosh. Yeah.
I guess if you give me 3 trade goods and
If we do it in the right order, my trade to you won't cost any trade goods. A con. Otherwise, you only have
He's saying-
2.
Yeah, if
I'm
you don't, as
giving
long
you
as
a
you don't,
non-trade good, then you're clear.
okay.
Yeah, both of you are fine.
Yeah, I'm willing to do this.
Okay.
For,
A lot of
you'll-
whispering
you'll
going
give me
on as
3
well.
trade good, Sorcerer.
According to the chat box right now.
Plus
I
3
guess-
trade goods from me. Do you want my trade agreement instead?
Not really.
Okay. No, I'm fine with that. It's just that it ends up costing me 4. Yeah.
I mean, Snorcer
Sure.
really wants
Yeah,
this
yeah,
tech,
yeah.
Pillage
but
issue.
There you go.
Actually, I'll be nice, Blue. I'm just gonna pillage from Yellow. I won't pillage from you as long as we keep our friendliness
All right.
going.
I suppose that makes sense. I
So
mean,
yellow
Blue
can
is
vote.
Snorcer is
Yellow
Mantis's
needs to vote
neighbor,
at
and
least
he's sitting
one
on those
for-
Exo Triremes twos.
Yeah, you might want to vote more than that, right?
Yeah. Hold on.
It'd
And a
be
trade
a
good
shame if I
for-
used all these pillage trade goods on bribery.
I
Future
traded a
diplomatic
bribery
negotiations.
To, I
Or-
thought
or,
Hunter,
peace
but maybe I'm
relations, rather.
mistaken.
Yeah,
are
you did.
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay,
if
so-
I was R-Wise there, I
so
would
Yellow
have
just needs to
demanded
vote
that
at least one
Although, or
towards
is Hunter lying? I forgot if I gave
Scooter
it-
give me.
Hunter might be
I mean, maybe he's just being nice.
No, Hunter's
But I would
not
say,
lying.
okay, you give me a
No,
trade
I'm not
good,
a liar. I'm no liar.
because you're getting a space dock too. You're getting a space
I
dock out
had a
of this,
bribery.
right?
Yeah.
So hey, do you just give me your
Yeah,
2
you
trade
can give it
goods?
to me.
Now,
And it's not just any space dock; it's a floating factory.
is he
Ah,
neighbors
right
with
here.
Mantis?
Here's my
He
bribery.
is. So Mantis is
Okay.
pillaging on the other end of it.
Well, they're all neighbors right now.
Yeah,
One
well, no,
force
but
fine,
he can only steal from
Matt
those who he's
decides.
physically neighbors with.
Oh, is that
during the
true?
agenda phase? Yes, accurate.
Now everyone
So,
pay- No, I'm kidding.
What I would have said is just, okay,
Uh,
since you guys are getting a tech and a construction off of this,
alright.
Snorcerer,
So, infinite PDF
you
on
just
planet.
give me
Jolnar takes
7
copy
trade
of check
goods.
From
And then you're left with
Yellow?
2. Mantis only gets
Copy of
1
the
from me.
production file.
And then
Sorcerer, what tech are you
Sardak
getting?
pays you back when you can't be
hold
stolen
on.
from. right? I would have made it like,
want-
give it over to
oh,
me,
shit, I don't
all from
remember
one
what I
person in
wanted.
one transaction.
Uh,
I lose a trade good, but I get the lion's share,
fuck.
and then you pay him
I'm gonna
back.
go
Y'all work
just
that out
for,
later.
The 2 and
But
2.
you get your dock, you get your
I'm
tech,
gonna
I
grab
get paid.
the
Interesting.
Well,
And Mantis gets a trade good.
So the way that it ended up, whoops,
So sucks
the
here.
way that it ended up going
Anywhere besides
is
places where
the
it's
law does pass, so
open,
each player
whatever.
can have any number of PDS
Okay,
units
take
on
it.
the planet. The tech writer for Snorcer did go through. The construction writer for Scooter
Still put it on
also
Mecha-tall,
does
it
go
just-
through.
It's
No.
just
Great.
weird that you
Has
have
to be
to.
where it's
I have to control
And then the
planet.
space dock.
Oh yeah, you have to.
I am
control
interested
planet.
to
I
see
literally
where he
don't have a
places
system
this
with
floating
shit.
factory. It looks like back on his home system.
I would place it on Mecha-tall Rex.
Leadership.
that's rough.
and you'll-
Yeah, you're right. That's the safest. You place it in the safest spot.
Yeah,
And the safest
and you
spot
have
is-
the most stuff there to pull from.
Keep
Like
moving
you put
around.
it, like you're nomadic.
Second
If
agenda?
somebody comes over there messing with your stuff, who
soon
cares?
as
You'll
Matt
take more
dropped
other
it,
stuff.
yeah.
Right. And it looks like like
What?
Snorcer picks up a salt cannon.
No.
Whatever. Alright, second agenda.
No, it gets eliminated.
Minister of Policy.
Oh,
Law, let's play the
I
card
wish he
against
hadn't
card, the
done
end of status
that.
phase, the owner of this card
Huh.
draws
He's
one
gonna
action
get
card. Starting with
extorted.
Mantis. When?
Well, so he's basically saying I'm taking leadership.
Nobody's got political secrets.
But
He doesn't have the zero
Alright,
token.
after none-
yeah, I was gonna say
But
Welch has
TG
telepathic.
But TG Welch
Can't get there anyway.
Well, he has his support too. So
Okay. So he's basically saying I'm taking leadership.
Yellow Rider.
No.
And I'm doing something regarding this space dock the very first turn I have.
Let the
My
Minister of
very
Policy.
first action.
Who wants to
But
buy my
then,
votes?
Oh, he wants to activate Techron Torcon and keep it.
Nobody?
And he knows he just needs to go sooner than Mantis, probably.
Alright, fine,
You're
I'll
selling
vote.
your votes?
But you can
Yeah.
do
Is
that
what
and
you're-
put the
hold
dock
on,
on.
what are you
Yeah,
saying? You're selling your votes?
Yeah, I'm telling
It's an
Mecha-tall.
unnecessary risk,
How
right?
much
think
for
so.
all?
There's no reason to risk that.
2 trade goods.
I think so.
We can
Yeah,
do one
because
in
you
the
could
build.
even,
On that?
if you really want, you can even grav drive your
One in the
floating
build.
factory over to that
One in the
system
village,
from
one
Mecha-tall
there,
Rex
and
if
then
you
you're
really
done. All
want.
votes on me. Awesome.
Yeah, it's interesting that he's made that
Uh,
play. But I mean,
I'll
he's
put
got to go first.
15
really.
on me, so it's 24 on Snorcerer.
Yeah, I think that's not even a little bit of a
What's on
mistake.
my
That's just a
votes?
mistake.
I have like nothing left.
So Minister of Policy, an
I'm
extra
running out of
an
space.
extra action card is up for grabs,
You
and it
know,
looks like Snorcer is somehow working out the
Nobody ever
most
cares
votes
about
for this,
Minister of
Uh,
Policy.
which they should.
I
Espe-
don't. I don't care
What
either.
about
At this point in the game, I mean, earlier it's
You're
worth a
gonna
lot
get-
more.
If I
Max
pay you anything
two
for
action
you to
cards
do
out of it.
anything, I lose an extra trade good to Mantis, and
Yeah,
that's
you're
not
right.
cool.
It is two.
There's
action
only
Oh,
two more.
good.
Yeah, it is like
Yeah.
two action.
Status
Maybe
phases.
one.
Maybe one.
Maybe
I
one.
said 2 max. Yeah.
So it's
Uh,
not worth a lot,
single
right?
trade
No, not here.
Not worth very much.
You shouldn't
That
spend
works.
more than
There we
like a
go.
trade
Oh,
good trying to win this right
that's
now.
more. 30.
Yeah,
Because the money's going to be more
That's 30.
important.
Yeah, because a trade good for a random action card that I can understand, but not much else.
No.
It's not even worth like
Would you
a
pay?
political
Would you pay
secret.
2 trade goods for a random action
I
card?
have nothing to say to that.
Mm,
I'm-
If I had
No,
no
it's
action
steep.
cards and I was on my back foot and I was worried about my home system getting stolen.
If action cards were the only things I could do,
If it was the most extenuating of circumstances where I'm about to get bent over really hard, yeah.
if all of my space docks were blockaded and I could no longer build any other ships,
And I was hoping for like lucky shot or unexpected action,
then yeah,
then fine.
then I would pay 10 trade. You would either pay 1 trade good or 10 to get that action card, that random action card.
But essentially worthless.
Exactly.
So Snorcer does pick up the Minister of Policy though.
Hunter, you have the biggest.
And I'm not sure what's so Snorcer actually made out pretty well though, right? Because he picks up Minister of Policy. He also gets a tech writer through and picks up a tech. It looks like he grabs either Assault Cannon or PDS2. I can't remember what his specific build was, to be honest.
I am a crazy person.
But he made out
There's
pretty
no
well.
telling
Oh
we-
yeah, you're talking about Snorcerer?
I've been
Yeah.
drinking
He
Yeah,
made out great during
He's
each of the
got
phase.
assault cannon right now.
Yeah. So
Fair.
Oh.
Yeah, also,
go ahead and do me a favor though. In just a second, I am gonna
brilliant
need
idea
you
just
to
giving me-
go
give me
over
this
the
report back.
whoops. Go
Only
over
pillaging you want me
the
to pay for
agenda
the destroyer
card,
you killed.
or excuse me, strategy card picks.
Don't justify.
So go
your
ahead
dog
and
shit.
start that
You're
if you
dog
don't
shit.
mind.
Who's doing strategy
You
picks?
attacked me!
Yeah,
Starting
go-
with the speaker Warfare.
Well,
I'm not
just
the one who
give me their
cost you
name.
a dreadnought. You
Oh,
cost yourself a
Not
Scooter
Dreadnought,
took
it's a
Warfare.
destroyer.
Scooter
No.
takes
I'm pillaging you for this.
Warfare.
dreadnought.
Mantis
Don't
takes
try to make
Imperial.
yourself feel better.
Interesting.
I'm
Okay.
not.
You're a bad person, man.
I wanted that.
And then we are on Snorcerer.
I get it.
And Mantis
Um,
is really just pillaging the
And
shit
right.
out of the table.
And he's looking to double score. Is that why he's picking up Imperial?
It's hard.
Of
grab
course,
a
of course.
grab a free secret, double
Of course.
score. Get out to a
Yeah,
really
but
big
one of
7-point
those
lead
go
if he's
to the-
effectively able to
as
double
long as
score
my
this
base-
round, because that would take him to
Yeah.
7
Yeah, I know, but
points.
the other
Yes.
thing is that even if I take it,
Of
like, what
course
am I
he's
gonna
looking
do
to
it
do
with? It's just gonna give more resources to.
So what do you think? What do you think Snorcerer's pick should be here? He could use
Let's
the
see.
money for trade because he's pretty light on plastic in the galaxy.
Trade is
I'm
not
thinking
a
of. Oh
bad
yeah,
pick.
well yeah.
He
But
only
he's-
has
Blue
3
is good,
points.
So I'm gonna take trade.
Yeah, trade. I figured it'd probably be
See,
trade or
fundamentals.
politics.
Yeah, I kind of figured trade.
Anything
Yeah,
else would
hopefully.
be because he has some kind
Well,
of secret
shit,
that
now.
needs that thing.
Now I might have to take Diplo.
I mean, and
Which is
tech
dumb.
he can already do.
I don't really want to do
No.
it.
So Diplo
no,
is
you don't
an
want my
interesting
neighbors, like, yellow.
choice here from Wham Dog because it does also net you 3 trade goods.
I literally, I got
It nets you 3 trade goods plus whatever you end up refreshing with it.
Alright,
But
go
I
for it.
do
Yellow,
feel
I'm
like
not even
leadership's
touching
probably better for him.
yucky.
He's not sitting on
I
too
don't like
many
it.
tokens,
You
is
got
he?
a choice.
How is tech and leadership going this far?
Right.
Yeah, I gotta
mean,
agree with you on
dude,
that one.
Tech's still out there.
It's happening.
Well, there aren't many tech-related
And
objectives.
if
People don't really care.
If I'm R-Wise, I probably
Nobody's gonna
take
pick tech, and I'm not gonna be able to cash in my research agreement.
That's
What
funny.
you?
Yeah, I think you do. And then you grab.
Oh, politics.
What? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, actually, yeah.
Dude,
Well,
Tech
Here we go.
last pick?
All
Yeah,
right,
it's just
everyone,
like
get ready to score
tech
8 influence
leadership
this round.
construction.
no leadership this
No
round.
leadership. So either no leadership or no Tech.
No leadership really hurts Mantis.
Score that 8, right?
Really hurts Mantis.
Well, if you don't take leadership, I think everyone goes for 8 influence this round. If you take it, then people have to decide.
Why do you think that hurts Mantis? Because he has no tokens?
Right.
We're all tech
I don't
up,
think he
huh?
would care.
Really?
Whatever. You just pop Imperial, score what you score, and then don't take it.
If leadership doesn't get taken, I think Mantis gets smacked in the face. I think he loses Aaron Namir, or what is that?
I won't sell the speaker.
Excuse me, Zobot Melon.
Won't sell the speaker.
I mean, he
Well,
No, make him sell it. So I can
he's open. He's open to such a counter attack by Scooter, or not even really a counter attack, just an attack. All right. Well,
wow.
it's a moot point though because leadership does
so
get
yeah,
taken, but there is no
R-Wise-
technology this round.
R-Wise negotiated with TG and said, if you take
I almost
leadership,
didn't
I
want to
won't
take
sell the
leadership.
speaker token.
I wish you hadn't.
So otherwise, are we trying to work that
Which
out?
means,
Mm.
so really what that means is like, instead of the dude to my right being 8-1,
Yes, yep.
me, like him 8, me 1 or whatever, it's you and me, 8 and 1.
It is interesting that R-Wise cared about the leadership strategy card there, though.
Well, Mecha-tall Rex has got 6 influence on it, and he's probably already scored that. No,
What,
he
the-
hasn't.
The 8 influence?
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't have 8 influence yet. I'm not even looking to spend my locked down Mecha-tall Rex that no one is
We have
taking.
some time to think about
I'm
it
looking to
first, I
just
wanna figure
spend it
out.
on a victory point
think
this
about
round
your victory,
anyway.
Or what?
I
No,
think it's a
fuck.
deal at our
Yeah,
and
that's
stuff,
odd.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, we're just
Why
talking
would
about the
you
table.
want leadership taken?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not seeing a point in R-Wise pressuring
Assuming yes,
Welch
I'm gonna
into
pop
picking up
leadership.
leadership there. So, interestingly enough,
Secondary? For what?
Welch does go ahead and pop leadership immediately. So, and what's going to be interesting here is, does Welch go ahead, grab the tokens, and then expect to refresh Mecha-tall off of Diplomacy? It looks like it, right? Go ahead, grab some tokens, follow Diplomacy later, refresh Mecha-tall and Cornique for that 8
R-Wise
resource
gets a lot of
objective.
value off that, but he could have just followed Imperial and Diplomacy anyway. He already had an advantage over everyone without leadership on the board. He
Right.
had 2 tokens in strat.
Right.
Nobody else had
By
that.
4.
Mantis had 2 tokens total.
Going to.
So what is he
immediately
gonna
get left,
what is he gonna
so.
follow?
His judgment was
Cool.
clearly a little bit clouded on that one.
I
Fine.
think
It's the
he
right
saw
move.
what he could possibly do,
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, I guess I could try and stall.
and then Tech's not
but
even out there. Yeah,
I'm not really sure what
I
the
just don't know
point
about
is.
that.
No.
Yeah, well, I mean, there are no
It's
tech
gonna-
objectives. I don't think anybody
This
cares
is
about
influence,
technology
you guys
too much,
spend
and they're
like-
already
Everybody's
everybody's
at
got
any
some
point,
pretty
even after you
quality
pass,
techs.
you'll be able to secondary
You
all
know,
the same.
Yeah.
And we're going
I
into
see
stage 2s at the end of the round.
Well,
I see that.
that sucks. Oh well.
So,
Spending the token.
and we see an early Diplo pop
What's this?
from. Okay.
It's Arnor lore.
Immediate.
That's interesting. It is worth 3 resources.
Which is great for anybody who's scoring 8 influence, which is
I would say
looking like
could just
almost
change the secondary if
everybody
something
wants
different.
to score 8 influence. Everybody's
I keep
looking to
saying
score
that
8
if they
influence
just
right now.
change
Well,
the
everybody
primary
who
to
doesn't
make it so
have
that
it,
it's
which
the same
according
as
to the
secondary,
overlay here,
then
if we're
it's
looking
great.
at 8 influence, is everybody because it was the last objective to come out. Okay, that makes actually a lot of sense now.
So leadership pops, you
Or
spend
know
all
what-
your
you know
influence on
what
tokens.
would be even,
Diplomacy pops, you refresh all your
make
influence to
sure
spend on the
that
objective.
actually the
Right.
primary
It's
is
the
better.
So-
it's the
All primaries in
epitome
the
of
system.
efficiency.
Yeah, so R-Wise wasn't thinking about hurting the
And then
table
that's
so
true,
much
because
as he
you
was
refresh,
thinking,
like,
look,
you would have
you take
refreshed,
leadership,
what,
Diplomacy's
3,
already
8
out there.
resources
I can grab
Yeah.
extra tokens,
Yeah.
I can
That was
refresh
the
Mecha-tall, I can
exact-
score 8
yeah.
resources or influence, and I can grab some tokens as well. This is great for me. I'll just keep speaker. Go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right.
And I mean and his logic isn't wrong. Because while everybody else is refreshing their stuff as well, he gets more value off of that than anybody else. He gets 8 influence regained from diplomacy after having spent that 8 influence
Oh no, I
in
can't
getting
pillage.
3 tokens.
Right.
So he gets 3 tokens
As long
and a
as you said I
point.
can, then
And
just
the
have
next
this mission,
thing that
I'm happy.
somebody gets.
Now he is reestablishing a border with the Mantis, the Pillager.
Yeah.
Right here by activating and moving into this alpha. So I don't entirely.
Well, no, he owns that planet, so he's like
looking to protect it. I guess looking to protect Lodor.
I think he's probably looking to move out of a slice and build some ground forces and stuff. I mean, the only other thing that you could do is take more land, which you could easily do. And
no.
like I would
nice.
probably be eyeballing
Lazar
Lazar Sokolek right now.
As R-wise?
Yeah.
I don't have. I
he's
could have
supported.
gotten it off of
He
the
supported
vote,
up.
which
Yeah, he's
I should
right.
have, and I'm dumb.
He's supported.
Yeah, what? Oh yeah, why did you shoot off the vote?
So, yeah, and he might just be able to looking to like stage
get?
I just
everything.
forgot I had
Because
it.
he actually has 3 carriers in the air with like
logistics.
nothing near them. So why not just pull everything, like all the carriers into that slice? You know.
I don't know. I mean, you're not dumping a PDS on it.
Yeah, I did a dumb, and that's it.
Okay.
Um,
Well, moving on to Snorser, who is our trade strategy card possessor right now. I'm not really sure what he's looking to do this round. But he obviously has a lot of ground to make up, considering he's 2 points behind our leaders.
So he only moved a carrier into that space.
A cruiser.
A cruiser, yeah. What? Oh, I don't even know.
I don't know either. Just establishing a border and neighbors with the guy who has pillage. Like, what is that play? I can forgive the pressure of leadership pick by TG Welch.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
think we rationalized that, but I don't understand that cruiser
so I'm
play at
playing
all.
trade.
Regardless, we do see a trade pop over here from Snorserer. Now, Snorserer is only currently neighbors with
I'm still not.
white and green. So minimal trade
do
negotiations
a
are going to be exacted
3
here
for
by
4 with,
Snorserer.
actually, I'm just
Tell
gonna
you
do
what,
the whole
tell you
thing
what.
properly.
If you do a 4 for 4 with me, I won't pillage. Why do you keep drawing that? I won't pillage.
You won't pillage from anyone?
So that way you don't have to build it into your trades.
Just a clean wash.
Won't pillage from anyone on as a resolving trade with you. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Mantis sitting on a hefty amount of
Yeah,
trade
I'll just
goods here.
I'll make all the deals and we'll come back
It's still
to it,
working
but
out
it's
more trade.
Probably gonna happen. I'm gonna start by just doing the ones that you're not
Snorserer
gonna
not
pillage
far
anyways.
behind with his
So
7.
3 for 4 on Hunter.
Yeah,
Does that
Sounds
work?
great. Sounds great.
Okay. So I'm just gonna this flips and I get that.
And you know what? This is the way
And
to do
then,
it when you're dealing with Mintat.
Tyler, you want to do 2
And they
for
offer
3?
you that if you do this with me, I won't pillage the rest and this or whatever. Okay, cool, deal. Then do all of your other negotiations first. Trade
Alright.
with all the other players. The stuff that
Right.
they're saying they're gonna do for you, get on the front end, and then say, okay,
Matt,
and now that you've upheld
you
your end
wanna
of the
do
bargain,
a
boom, I'll
3 for 4?
refresh
Well,
you and give
actually,
you this.
first I'm gonna.
I
do
totally
4 for
agree
4
with that,
with
but
just
Snorserer
to
is
secure
only
the fact that
neighbors
he's not gonna
with
pillage.
Scooter. That's his only other trade negotiation neighbor right now anyway.
So
Now,
Well-
it affects that deal, so obviously you do it first, but
and then,
the thing I'm getting at is I
can do 2 for 3 with
I don't
R-wise,
really
3
understand
for
the
4
trade
with
pick.
that.
Like, what is he
I would do
accomplishing
3 for 4.
with this trade strategy
this is
card pick?
already-
Especially considering he was 3rd in line.
No stealing.
So he's passing up technology, leadership, politics.
He's looking at the next round. I mean,
Right, what is he going for on the next
16
round with this trade
resources.
pick?
16 influence,
Okay.
6
Doing,
tokens,
X minus
Okay.
1 with you.
money, taking trade.
Alright.
If you got no other play, a lot of times
end turn.
going into the stage 2s, trade is the pick because you get all that, you know, what is it? Fluid income, all that fluid assets
Yeah.
prior to everybody
So,
seeing,
Matt,
right?
if I
Because
had
in
to
next
give
round,
that
16
back
resources
to
come
you,
up. Well,
I'll
what's
get
the
rid of
value of
this
taking the
not
straight
for you.
strat?
So either
Or
move
this
this ship or this
trade
ship, I
strat?
don't care either
It's
way. Or you
low
can-
because everybody
well,
knows what's
not
coming.
everybody.
but you get this
Yeah.
money up front. You
Yeah.
can pay for
Need
anything
like
that comes.
gold,
Yeah,
need
so right now he's sitting on 15
sort of
liquid trade goods.
some things in the way.
So he
of
is
Hunter,
he is poised to try and make
I'd
a
like to
comeback,
offer
but he
you
is
my
lacking
trade
behind with
agreement
only
to
2
non-fire
victory
at
points here.
Mecha-tall Rex.
Anyway, that does move us on to Scooter.
And I'm
Somehow taking
well,
Warfare,
I wish trade had already
and
just resolved.
construction
yeah,
writering
because I was
this floating factory over
I
here
was
on
hoping to
Tekaron
make that deal
Torkon,
before trade, and
not getting it sniped out of the air.
hurts things.
Mm-hmm.
He need his
what are you
obvious
trying to
course
move
of action
to?
should be to protect
Well,
this.
it'd probably
in
be
some
moving
manner.
nothing except for I want to move
Is he getting threatened?
space stock there.
Mm-hmm.
See, now he's looking to move it to
When I
Mecha-tall,
activate it,
where
it
he
may
should
or
have
may not
placed
play
it
my
anyway.
ceasefire, which would
But he
prevent
doesn't want to
me
lock
from
everything
anything.
down.
So we'll see.
Oh,
We'll see if
yellow
he
has a
wants to for later
ceasefire.
Shut the front door,
even if
does
he
he?
activates the ceasefire,
That's what he
I
says.
still would get fired, correct?
Ouch.
Yeah.
That's
I'm just
dangerous.
saying what I would do.
So the reason
telling
he
you what I
didn't
can
put
do.
the dock
This sounds like
in the system
like a lot.
in Mecha-tall Rex is
It's like
because
somebody-
if he
you know what I
when
mean?
he
Somebody's
activates
gonna
Yeah.
Mecha-tall
I mean,
Rex,
that's why I
his
won't be able
whole
to
race
build-
would have been
He
shot.
He won't be able to build anyway.
He won't be able to.
Well, that's
Well, he'll be
that's
able to
what I mean
build
is I'm
because the
down
only
to
thing
do this
ceasefire
trade
does
with
is
you
keep you from
for the
moving
trade
ships
kit
into
in
the
order to
system.
not fire. But
Oh,
since,
okay.
like,
It
you
doesn't
So-
end your
do
turn.
Trade agreement.
So what he's done.
Essentially no gain.
Well, I mean, if you're looking to move it there anyway.
But I'm
But
down to
why
do
do
it.
you
I just
place
want
it
to
there?
that
You could
first.
place it somewhere where
You
it's
got
actually.
war shots on
I
the
mean,
front?
even on
I
your
don't
home
know.
system, well, he doesn't have
I don't know.
anti-mass, so I guess he's not going far with it.
process.
I don't know. Regardless, I'm not sure what he's looking to do right now. I don't know what his best course of action is, but it's got to be involving protecting that space dock, whatever it is, right?
Yeah. You want that. I mean, he really could take Zobat
Well, I think I got the
Melon for
chaos
real.
map out of. No. Okay.
Zobat Melon.
Yeah, you don't have to act.
He doesn't have any ground forces. Oh, you're saying move out of Mecha-tall. And then apparently dumped 5 into his
Chaos
fleet
map
supply.
one.
Yeah, he did. So he
Um,
chaos maps in a carrier onto Mecha-tall Rex.
but,
Where do you activate? He doesn't know where to activate. I think maybe you just say, hey, I'm gonna take Zobat Melon, and you can't do anything about it.
Hey, I mean, I'm with it. I think it's a great deal.
You could secure Quan while simultaneously grabbing a technology from Mantis.
Yeah, but there isn't a ton of value there.
I mean, you get a PDS shot, you move some stuff
I'm
off
with
of
Frank
Mecha-tall.
Hunter.
No, there's not. You're right. There's not a ton of value.
Not trying
But
to-
what else do you do? Because you just activate Tekaron Torkon and build from the space dock?
Here's what I would probably do: is Chaos map a destroyer above Tekaron Torkon so that he can't move past Tekaron Torkon into Quan.
Mm-hmm.
Unless I guess he can go through the asteroid field, right? Yeah, and he's got the Chaos map.
Well, he's really thinking it over here. I mean, but he's got to do something to protect this factory.
I think he's putting more value on protecting Quan than he should, though.
Yeah, Quan's protected. You have a Super Dread 2 with a fighter in the space over
I
it.
think he thinks Mantis would probably still want it.
Yeah, but how is Mantis going to acquire it? There's no ground forces
Because I mean,
anywhere near there.
one thing you got to look at is the range of Mantis. Like, what is his range? He can move from his home system
I suppose you're right.
only up to
But one Dread.
Yeah, and he will do it. He
And
will move
take-
another Dread over to Quan.
But then he's only bringing 2 ground force. You're not really worried about him taking Quan with 2 ground. Well, I guess you could be a little bit worried, but he literally just tried that last round and failed, and got his other Dread that was there. Lucky shot it out of the sky. Is Mantis looking to waste another token to do that?
You could take Zobat Melon right now.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, but then you're staring
I'm just tired
3
'cause
Super
I've
Dread
been
2s in the face that are going to
doing a
retaliate.
lot of
But there's
stuff this
not
week.
really anywhere else you'd want to go.
Yeah.
There's nowhere else
Okay.
you really want to go.
So
Yeah, and then you after you take it,
I will
you
activate here.
produce a fighter screen there
RY.
for a couple of resources. That's what I would do.
Is that a no, or are you just not here?
No,
No ceasefire.
All right, so
Then
you
in that
bombard.
case, I'm going to move the space dock in because I gotta get it safe.
Yeah, I wish he had just started with it there anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
And
A little bit of an oversight.
Can I have my things?
Yes, you can.
So now his entire
This is for
Race.
hunters and not
his
fire.
entire race is now locked above a planet he doesn't own.
And let's see. I can bombard first and see where we end up. So let's do that real quick.
I mean, even if... What do you do here? Are you doing this just to straight whittle him down?
I think you're doing it because you're protecting
And now I'm gonna
your
Still-
floating factory,
stuff.
and you're there anyway, so you might as well roll the
It might
bombard
take
die.
me just a second. I'll pass the turn.
And then he doesn't even produce. What is this game? All right.
At that rate, you land all 4 of your ground forces. You
Right.
land them. Just to whittle down what he's got there. Because now he activates it, he builds 6 more. He's got 12 now.
Okay, so he does produce. Okay, he produces a bunch more ground forces.
But still, you
But
got...
they're so delayed.
You got
Well,
8.
he has warfare. He has warfare.
In the meantime, Arwise activates that system and builds 12 ground forces.
And he can also, wow, and then he sacrifices a cruiser for an extra dread. And Arwise is also holding on to his ceasefire, so he's not really that worried about it.
You just moved up here.
I pulled this dreadnought back, and then I moved 2 from my home
Could have
system.
taken it right there, built all that stuff, and kept Mantis out there.
Yeah, I agree. In the meantime, Mantis goes ahead and secures Zobot Melon that is no longer open to any kind of threat from anybody with those 3 Super Dread 2s and 3 fighters sitting on top of it. Passes the turn, and then we go on to TG Welch. Now, Welch is a co-leader with his 5 victory points here. But what is he looking to do? What is he looking to score? Obviously, that's the question. He plays Crippled Defenses on the PDS on Quan. Not a bad move. I don't necessarily think he's looking to delay. He might actually be looking at moving in that direction, maybe?
Okay.
I'm not sure I understand that play. What does that gain you? I'm not sure that
I'm
gains
gonna
him anything.
play.
And then we move on to Wham Dog, who has Diplomacy, which he popped with his first action.
On
And he is
lore.
going to play Frontline Deployment, dump a bunch more ground forces on Lore. So he is sitting on a very hefty fleet right next to Mecha-tall Rex. Poised to perhaps try and make a Mecha-tall Rex play
Don't touch my
at some
stuff.
point
Don't touch
during
my
this
stuff.
game.
I'm gonna make it neat.
That takes us on to Arwise, who's holding
Yeah,
on
just wanted
to
to let
politics
all
for
of my
his
not
second
pillaging
action.
Be friendly was
His
just
first action
encourage
was
you
to just
take
move a
this.
cruiser in to block this alpha
Yeah,
wormhole, which again I don't really
we both
understand. I guess you protect Lodor, make neighbors
Not
with the
saying
guys
that
on
I was
the
seriously
I'm saying
thinking
that's why I refused to pillage from you, because if I did, you probably would have taken it.
I was
Not
I
really
was seriously
sure.
thinking about it for a while, but I don't.
So Arwise here does have a couple of options. He can look to activate Mecha-tall Rex and
The only thing it would
improve
do
his
is
position there,
incentivize
which
you
it
to
looks
not
like he will
only
probably
start
do.
pillaging me, but also
He's got
like
Moving in.
those
Yeah.
Latani warriors there, so
I
obviously
probably
he
would
just
have at that
because
point.
it's
dump some more ground forces in that spot.
because it's not like I
Um,
have a great slice.
Now he
It's
has
a lot of
green
plastic.
ceasefire, even though green is sitting above the system with a ton of ground forces, so not even really too threatened. He can add 6 ground forces here, which
Aw,
he
man.
does do,
Forgot you had the Tommy.
which are only going to cost him 3 resources. And it's kind of like at the beginning of the game when Seven and I were talking. With the Frankendraft that he made,
with this.
it's set up to grab Mecha-tall Rex and then indefinitely secure it.
and
I mean,
call it a
it's-
turn, I guess.
And he has done that this game. He's the only player who has owned Mecha-tall Rex. I think somebody else briefly did before he took it. I believe that may have been Welch. And then I honestly, I think he'll secure it for the rest of the game.
Can't wait for
That moves us on to Scooter,
10 more
who
ground
will
forces.
most likely pop Warfare,
When our
remove
allies
his
pick the
token
next
from
round,
Mecha-tall,
invade with, like,
and
30
then look
against his,
to
like,
activate it and get cease-fired on the next round. But even if he activated it, bombarded with 2 dreadnoughts, and then landed all the ground forces that he has, taking Mecha-tall at all is a really tall order. But when you are kind of in the middle of the pack, almost behind from a planet perspective in the number of planets that he owns, I could see him actually going ahead and doing that right now.
I believe now.
And as you can see, he's waving his hand over Mecha-tall. It really looks like that's what he's probably going to move forward and do here. I mean, and honestly, if he doesn't,
It's fun.
what would his other options be? He doesn't have any. Because his entire race is locked down over the sky. And he's got this wasted carrier there, which is doing what? Slowing down Mantis from moving towards Mecha-tall? I guess.
So much.
That's not going to do it. Well, I mean, he did move there, eliminate a destroyer, and pick up a tech with it, which was a good move, ultimately, but it's not doing much for him.
I can get a lot more bombardment.
Really pondering the decision he should make here.
Oh,
no.
Oh shit, I just got...
We all connected.
Hello? You guys hear me?
Yep.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
What happened?
Mantis lost the server, I guess.
No.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Mantis.
Yes,
Okay,
we can
I'm
hear
still
you,
in the game, but everyone dropped.
Okay,
Alright, so a little bit of technical difficulty, but the server is still up, and we are going to be able to rejoin very quickly.
Does my game show up in the lobby?
It does
No.
not.
Yeah.
Make sure to make a save.
Tabletop simulator.
Global chat.
So a little bit of TTS shenanigans, but we will be able to rejoin quickly because Mantis is still in there. Everything is saved, so we will be all right.
Yeah, I gotta save.
Guess that means we need to redo the whole game.
Yep.
Oh no.
Snorser with the jokes here, redoing the whole
I mean,
game.
the most fun is at the beginning, so.
Which he's the only one who would benefit from that because obviously he's behind
Did
here
you
with
at least
only
get the
3 victory
autosave,
points.
Mantis?
And not really poised to make up
I
for
have
it
a regular
in a
save
meaningful
situation.
way, really. I mean, he's on the back foot. He does have those
Okay,
Exo
your game
Trireme
is there
2s,
now.
but that's not really enough to get him back. I think it's an all but impossible climb
I don't
for
know why it's not
Snorser to
showing
come
up for
back
me,
into this
but
game, to be
I
honest.
noticed that before you guys saw it before me, too.
No, I was just talking
I kept
about a
refreshing.
comment that Snorser
why.
made. Yeah, everybody got disconnected,
Was blue.
but we are back.
It's not like
So,
it's loading. for
While they get reloaded in, go ahead and take it away for a minute.
Well, that's not good. Is that the save?
No, this is the load base game. There we go.
Okay, good. Good. If that was the save, we'd be fucked.
Shoot. What up, though? What's up with the stream peeps out there? Alright. Holler if you hear me in the stream. Hit me up in the chat box.
That loads in real crazy.
Yep.
So it appears to still be Mantis' turn at that point.
Wait.
Was my
Mantis
turn.
had just moved.
What'd you do, Snorser, on your turn?
Oh, it
I
kicked
did.
the
I
turn.
moved the.
It's gonna kick the turn to me when you guys all drop. So whose turn was it?
I thought it was
Oh
mine.
shit. Okay.
I was thinking about my
Yeah.
action. I'm pretty sure it's mine.
So I moved this there, and then Matt.
Yeah, I hadn't done anything yet.
Alright. I mean, yeah, we're looking at a
Oh,
straight
man.
up money and tech game right now. In a real light tech game, so going into the next round, you kind of
What's
just
the
gotta
guy
be looking
gotta
at
do to get Exo Trireme 2s?
what is there to score.
I know.
I mean, if you play Warfare, I can promise to build a destroyer and send it your way because I don't want you in my slice.
You don't have a destroyer.
I mean, I can build a destroyer off of Warfare,
Yeah. I mean, that would help.
which is not great because I just like if you had said that before my turn, I just activated this
Right.
cruiser over here. Unfortunately.
I think I have to pop Warfare regardless.
Alright, well, I'll follow that and I will be nice and build at least one destroyer.
So,
Actually, I'll
Sorcerer and
build
Matt making a
3.
deal to acquire Matt getting the
I'll build
Exo Trireme
1.
technology. Looking to make use of that to bombard Mecha-tall Rex
2
before he takes
dreads.
it over.
And 2 ground forces. So that's a total of 9.
There's a con command counter on my.
So he's got 9 ground forces in the air, so he's
Alright,
looking
I'm
to
not sure where that came
bombard Mecha-tall Rex. The extra triremes would be helpful with that, because they would let him roll 4 dice hitting on 4s if he only has the 2 when it's done.
Is everybody good with following or not following Warfare?
But here's the thing is, I mean, you activate
I
Mecha-tall
am
Rex
still
and then
debating my
RYS does use your ceasefire at that point.
reassignment.
So, that's tough. You can't lock down your whole fleet there. I mean, yeah,
Oh,
Matt's probably better off, like, activating Lodor and spinning and shooting an Exo Trireme and
What am
I'm
I
really
ground
wishing I kept
force
munition reserves instead of
over
reclamation.
there with a space dock. Alright, I'm building some fighters and some ground forces.
you know what? I'll build instead of the 2 ground forces.
You know,
I'll do
Hit
2
them
fighters.
here, there, and everywhere, as opposed to just focusing solely on Mecha-tall Rex. Because you'll
I'm
be
gonna pop Imperial, we're
cleaning
gonna
up
do this
Mecha-tall Rex for somebody
Yeah,
else to
I'll
take
do
it
it.
there.
I'm gonna follow.
You know, follow.
I'm scoring the
Everyone has to
8
discard
influence,
now,
but
though.
I'm trying.
Okay, so you just did the thing. I'm gonna do the thing.
Did you already move your score, Mantis?
No, not yet.
Okay, I'll move it for you. You said 8 influence.
Yeah, and actually, I mean, if Mecha-tall Rex is this important,
Sorcerer is going right
really,
now.
you could have saved yourself a whole heck of a lot of trouble by taking technology in Matt's position.
Done.
You take technology, you steal a green technology from yellow by activating Lodor, probably maybe destroying that cruiser over there, and then pop tech and get yourself bacterial weapons. And then you can just melt everything on Mecha-tall Rex with no chance of them putting it back.
Hunter, are you?
Oh,
following-
fuck.
Nope. Nope.
Don't forget, you only get to produce as many as your space dock, so you only follow for 6.
Which is fast.
The
Warfare is face dock only.
Imperial Warfare is only
That's a
one
good
space
idea.
dock in your home system. It's not used the production of
Yeah.
the system.
Alright, give me a second.
7 talking himself up, as he does.
For 6. What can I build for 6?
Did you follow Imperial, or what?
Yeah.
Okay. Whew. That being said, where are we at?
Warfare build, sorry.
Yeah.
We're on Welch.
But you don't need to discard, right?
Welch popped
I do not.
Okay. I'll grab
leadership for his first action. Has Welch had a second action? I'm not seeing anything. He didn't use production biomes. What did he do for his second action? Must have used an action card.
All right, Matt. It's free for you if you're gonna fall.
Okay.
You just shuffled?
So,
Pop production bio.
Okay, we do have everybody following. Okay, so he is going to pop production biome. And we also have a cleanup of the Imperial strategy card being popped here.
Always gets
So,
introduced
that being
like
said,
this.
what, if anything, does
Trade goods.
Mantis
Alright, I'll
score?
go
So
with
he
that.
does score,
Our wise just
and
got
he
two.
picks up the 8 influence
grab
objective.
one
So
for
he
you.
is going to go ahead and move out
Yeah,
into
I-
6.
Wait, hold on. You only grabbed one, you're saying?
Yeah.
Alright, I'll grab one of that bag.
I built flagship carrier
Boom.
and 2 fires, 2 infantry.
Then we have some production at home over here from Wham Dog. Looks like a carrier and some fighters.
Hunter's building at home.
Already done.
Our wise.
So Arwise did go ahead and pull out the Alistair at home at some point, which I wasn't exactly
Finally.
tracking.
I know that he's been dying to build that.
That must have been, yeah, he must have done that after Warfare popped. He must have followed Warfare. What's up, Quantum? Yeah, I know, exactly. So, I'm not sure exactly what Rwise is looking to do here. He already did make a deal with TG Welch in order to keep Speaker.
Yeah.
So he's not going to be looking to sell that in any way. He can.
Well, he's definitely taking Lazar Sakalag.
You
Like-
need me to do that now?
100%.
How though?
One more turn.
With his flagship.
I have something
His flagship can't get there unless he plays a flank speed.
Well, gravity drive, right?
Gravity drive isn't far enough. That only gets him to Lodor.
Lazar Sakalag.
I'll
Oh,
see
it's
you one again.
Lazar Sakalag's on the right flank.
Oh, did he? I haven't played with Jefferson in a bit.
Wish I was still neighbors with Red.
Not per regular to.
Oh, right. I'm sorry. Of course.
I wish he had carrier too.
Yes,
and I know
Lazar-
he does too.
Yes, he should be. You're absolutely right. He should be looking to grab Lazar Sokolog immediately.
Okay, Snorcerer.
That's fine. Maybe next turn that would be.
Yeah, I need to figure out what I'm doing because there's stuff like I do want to send you the dude, but there's
I know he wishes.
I
he
need
had
to score at
carrier,
least
too.
one secret this round.
So
Otherwise,
Snorcer has gotten way louder
Can I
recently.
help you in that endeavor?
I don't know if he had some kind of
My
microphone
secrets are shit.
issues that he finally fixed or what, but we're gonna have to turn
Is
him
I need
down.
that
Uh,
destroyer,
SBCT
like,
chat.
ASAP, so I'm kind of like ready
Yeah,
to.
you need it right now. I
Look
can do
over.
that. Is there anything I can get from you that would help? Not really.
All right.
Well, fuck it. I did.
Yeah, I guess so. Like, what else could he do though?
Oh shit! It's just gonna get shot by.
I mean, he doesn't have any green text. He can't get X89s himself.
I wonder if he'll play the technique.
I mean, if TG gets 2 points this round,
Fuck.
Hunter,
What's up?
are you
I
gonna?
want to send. I want to send a destroyer to Matt for him to get a tech off of me. But if I send
Yeah.
it there, it's too even a fight. And if I send it there, you're just gonna shoot it down.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a real cheap buy though, you know. I'm just a pretty cheap boy.
I'm gonna say, Matt, though, you're gonna have to be the one to pay Hunter because I don't.
I know.
I don't have really more resources.
I'm wanting to put forward the value of getting all these Latanis off Mecha-tall.
Mhm.
That's one part of the value. And boy, I'm like almost out of things.
Yeah, but I'm not really sure. It kind of feels like that part of the value is kind of already assured for me. This is something extra. This has very little bearing on the Latani part, or at least
Well, I can't remove the Latani unless this happens. Probably.
what
Yeah,
it.
he needs the exo triremes.
Right. Yeah, for the bombardment.
Oh.
right?
So
Don't worry, I went over all that.
I mean, I already said I was cheap.
Yeah, I had no idea where they were going with this.
Yeah, they were talking
You know what?
about
Is one action? Oh, I'm still.
Green needing extra
Is
triremes
one
to
action card
melt
worth it?
as many Latani warriors as he could off Mecha-tall Rex.
Can you trade extra cards? I thought Matt.
But
but I can send it
he
to
took
Matt.
Warfare. They're
Oh,
going
right.
through all this
Right,
trouble
right,
The thing
when
is, Matt is
really
gonna get
Green could have
pillaged
just taken
twice, and I
tech,
might get pillage also.
attacked yellow somewhere,
No,
took
blue,
a
we're
green
cool,
tech,
and I'll
popped tech,
split the
and took
difference and only
bacteria
pillage Matt
weapons.
once.
and then just
nuked him and
just
taken
nuke 'em.
Mecha-tall. Which would have obviously been a much simpler
Which is
and efficient
literally
course of action.
Yeah.
The cheapest
And then
thing
you
I
get
can send.
texts and stuff.
Yeah.
But and then if you do that, then he has because here's the thing: if green activates Mecha-tall Rex, ceasefire.
Matt, you drive a
But
real
if you
hard
melt all
bargain
the
here.
ground forces,
No,
there are
sorry,
no ceasefires to be played because you must have units in the system.
Yeah. So,
Uh,
which is what I was thinking. We didn't really get to it because we were going through the agenda phase and the strategy phase and whatnot. But
Yeah, I'm down.
I was kind of thinking that at the end of last
oh
round
my gosh.
Get back to
because he has singularity, right? But you're not gonna be getting bacterial weapons off of
sending a
singularity
single
because nobody
blue
else is taking
destroyer.
Oh wait, hold on. The
No,
Matt-
you
oh,
have
okay,
to
that hasn't actually happened,
take
so we
tech,
triggered it.
steal
No,
a green
we did
tech
it.
Oh,
to get
shit.
yourself a skip.
Yeah, so
No, it's
to
sorcerer's
go
turn.
hyper
Yeah,
singularity.
until-
Right.
I owe you. that
Yeah.
Until my
Right,
turn.
and I
But it's a
mean,
non-binding.
is that fine with you? A non-binding?
Wow. So we're looking at
All right.
Wham Dog
So-
firing into the
Actually,
system
If you want, we can do it right now. If Mike gives it to me, I can give it to Hunter.
because this is actually a
I'll
Mindnet
give it
token.
to
I know
Hunter.
it's on
To
the
see what
fleet
it is.
slide. Fleet
Well, this-
side.
Wait, are you giving him stuff
Okay.
too? Oh no,
He's saying he-
I'll give it to Hunter. My turn's like immediately.
No,
next. I will give the stuff to Hunter. Don't worry.
Yeah. So
Some
yeah, single
promissory
blue
note.
destroyer. I'm assuming there's no.
it
PDS
must be a
fires.
trade agreement.
Yep.
And then
Right.
Matt,
It must be a trade agreement.
I
do
have-
you want to declare a retreat?
No.
That or war funding, but
Valley up here. 5.
Did he fire into here already? Because it's not even Purple's turn.
he's not firing.
Oh, he's. Oh, this is
This is a three-way.
Oh yeah, I misread the
No, I
token.
will
It
not.
was yeah.
I
You
don't.
you can't fire at don't shoot at don't shoot your PDS.
Is he just trying to give
Exo Trireme.
Scooter a
Because I'm not playing it.
Exo Trireme?
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
playing anything.
He wants
I'm
to
making
give
sure I have
Scooter
the
2
things down
bombardment
right.
rolls
Yep,
right here.
Okay, let's roll.
And they worked out a deal where Wham Dog wouldn't fire there for
Hey,
some
no
reason.
hits.
Well, because Wham Dog's probably the next person to take it.
Pow.
Like with his
Hey,
what
bunch
he's
of
got
hits.
staged.
Ah, wow.
He's the
one
dude that
thing
can move in
sucks
and
about
take
this-
it.
Oh well. It is what it is. I have to give up.
After
mapping.
and then green is getting paid to eliminate as many Latani
Miles
warriors
out of
from
that
Mecha-tall
Belvar.
Rex
It's
as
like
he
the
can.
third one
So
you
he's
have.
happy for them to try and just
No, I've only-
slam their
I've only
ground
cast
forces
one.
into each other.
Oh,
Well, he's getting
right,
paid to
right,
do
right.
it.
Oops.
No, there was like a
Wrong.
big
Like
discussion
Green
about
feels like he has no other play but to be he's mercenarying
Never
himself
happened.
by saying like,
yes,
yeah, I'll
that
kill all those
was
dudes on
fine.
Mecha-tall Rex. What are you gonna pay me?
Right.
All right, here's a tech.
Okay, I can't
Here's a
chaos
here's a trade agreement.
Alright, are you doing the transaction?
What else?
behind
What do
stuff?
you need for you to do
Yeah,
it?
yep.
Yeah. So he does grab the Exo Trireme 2s,
Thing, we
which
got
bombard at
like
4
thing.
times 2 dice. So he's looking at
Okay,
4 dice
and
hitting on
now-
2s. But the thing is, if you are R-wise, you just fucking drop the ceasefire here, right?
Yeah, I think you do.
Oh, that's so many
But you
ground
do
forces.
still get 4 bombard. He does still bombard you 4 times.
Oh well.
He'll
whatever.
bombard you 4
Here we go,
times.
Franken.
Can he drop
Happy
the
Franken.
ground forces in after he bombards? Does ceasefire actually do anything?
He can. Yeah,
Hunter and
it does
Fire.
nothing.
It does nothing.
Does nothing.
Mm-mm.
Thank you. And
Does nothing.
let's
So don't burn
start with
ceasefire
some
here.
No,
bombardment.
you're right. Yeah,
Any
because you're not
activations?
moving anything else in.
Alright, well, you are looking at 4 dice
I mean,
at
I don't know if
4s.
everything's gonna work properly,
Statistically,
but
you
let's
should hit
try
3
to
of them.
remind.
If he does hit
We can
3,
put
he's
that
looking
in.
at 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9
Okay,
against
here's the last
3,
one.
4, 5, 6,
Random is still good.
7, 8, 9, 10.
No,
He'd
actually,
be looking
it's
at
No, I know. I'm
his
saying I wish I'd had even
Scooter's
more.
10 ground forces
Okay.
against R-Wise's 9 if he hits the 3 here. He
Ah.
only hits 2, so it's actually going to just be an even 10 on 10 battle. And they are both rolling 8, so it might come down to if either of them have some action cards to sway the
Morale
battle
boost,
here.
Fire team.
Before the save, which means they won't.
Yeah,
disappear.
fire team could be a deal.
Fire team would be huge.
Obviously, R-Wise was not holding on to bunker there, because obviously
So
you
I
would have
have
dropped it.
10 versus 10. Is that right? I'm invading 10v10 if I do this. Oh,
Yep,
God.
10v10 is correct, Scooter.
And Arwise does this when he's getting his ass beat.
And
He
then he's
stops
gonna- don't forget
verbally
he's gonna indoctrinate.
communicating and only
Right, so
communicates
it's gonna be
through
9v11.
text.
Oh, really?
It's infuriating.
That's a thing. So this is his classic R-Wise behavior.
If you attack Arwise, he goes.
Oh, Ginger makes a good point. R-Wise is forgetting indoctrination right now.
Hope against hope, I can do 9.
Are you
Or-
really going to remind him of that?
No, I mean.
Okay, I was going to say.
What one more
It's fine.
dreadnought would have done me.
It's his
Hey,
ability,
Always.
but does he have 2
You got
influence?
this.
He does.
Really?
He has
That's
trade
not
goods,
how they
but
work
he
in
might
life?
think like I need these trade goods. You know, I gotta have 10
I
trade
don't think
goods.
I win if I don't get Mecha-tall.
So that's all he. That's all he has.
Not a great invasion.
I think it's still you spend the 2 trade goods
But I can always
to
finish
swing the
fight,
odds in
build
your
more,
favor.
Try again next round.
Because then you
At
get
least
another
build
ground
20.
force with
I gotta do
Daxit.
it, yeah. I
Yeah.
have to do it just for that
You
reason.
want to hold on to Mecha-tall. I spend the
Build
2 trade goods
build
if
more
this
ground
is
forces.
me.
Yeah.
All right. Let's pony up. I'm attacking. Are you spending 2 influence?
Teklar Legion is not in the game, Ginger.
Oh,
I
he
guess
just
that's
got reminded.
Trade goods.
No, Teklar Legion is in the game. It just belongs to the dude who's attacking.
So
Oh,
I'll lose
really?
one,
Yeah.
you
Sardak.
gain one.
The
I'll
Sardak
do
Promissory is
a single
Teklar
time.
Legion,
Oh, right.
but the guy who's attacking right now
5 and 9
isn't the
versus
one that can
11.
get it. He's the one that can give it.
Okay.
I have no card.
All right, well, that makes it an 11 on 9 in favor of the yellow R-Wise player here. They're asking, so obviously now is the action card phase. R-Wise plays a morale boost, which is going to let
I
11
would buy
dudes
a,
hit on
I'd buy-
7s.
I'd buy a morale boost.
That's nasty. 30% of 11 is, well, really, it's just 3.3. So he's
yeah,
looking to get 3 hits here as
for
opposed
me.
to...
Arwise is gonna get 5
What you're offering
hits.
for it.
That's a nice
I
prediction.
guarantee it.
I don't think R-Wise loses this
I have
fight, dude.
so-
No,
almost
he
nothing
gets
left.
5 hits to 2 hits.
No,
Round.
I've
that's,
spent
And
that's,
Scooter's
that's nothing.
Yeah, I know.
rolls thus far in the game have not been.
He's a terrible
I-
die roller. Everybody knows this. He's
Everybody knows
notorious for
I
his
have to-
inability to roll dice,
notoriously-
even
Yeah, I have to give
virtually.
you 2,
where it
to keep
should-
myself
Like
from being
most of
killed.
that work is done for you.
Yeah,
he's-
I'll give you
he's
2
still-
for that morale boost.
Incompetent.
He has somehow
Charge him 1.
achieved a terrible ability
Now I can't
to
pillage from him.
tap his mouse for random
I
dice.
offered him.
I
Alright,
think
I'll
it's
play my
mostly
morale
like
boost
the
as well.
time that he chooses, like when,
Anything else?
how quickly.
He's like, oh, not too early.
either too early or too late. Almost
Alright,
every
so
time.
only 2 hits from R-Wise and 5 hits from Scooter. Oh, my
reverse
God.
prediction.
It's over.
Did I tell you today was backwards day?
So,
You should have, because clearly it is backward. Oh my gosh. Well, that's gonna make it 6 against 8. So we've got no, I'm sorry, 6 against 7.
No, alright,
Actually,
John,
right?
How did the dude with the morale boost?
no, I don't think he does. He
Just-
on Lasani one.
Dookie.
He got obliterated, dude.
Yeah, I think.
Oh,
that's
you don't want
fair.
people
He
to
got
copy, that makes sense.
obliterated.
Fair argument. Okay.
Well, it's still close because Scooter should have 7 infantry and R-Wise should have 6.
Yes.
Now, here's what I'll say. I did impact this game a little bit
Matt's
because my tip
remove the morale boost.
to Scooter
We got
when the
2
game
more.
started about taking the Valfar simulator to steal
7.
faction technologies
It's 7 on 6 now.
has had an impact.
Yeah,
Well,
I wouldn't
we
call
do
it
have
over. Yeah.
2 and 2, so I believe that's gonna make it.
There's still a
That should make it 5 on 4 if
We're
they've done their
advanced
math
at the
correctly.
moment.
Yeah,
1, 2,
I
3,
do not call this
4,
a
5,
race.
6.
Alright.
1, 2, 3,
I mean,
4,
no,
5,
it's-
6, 7. Yeah. I don't know what I said, but R-Wise has 4 infantry left to Scooter's 5.
It's worth it. I need to
Yeah.
copy.
I was right. I've been
well,
right the whole way.
I should have already copied a tech, but I need to.
Another 2 hits
None of them impact.
from R-Wise. So R-Wise did have a terrible first roll. This is honestly, all this is doing is prepping Wham Dog to come in there and take everything from everybody. And only 1 hit, that's gonna even it up.
Whoa.
That's gonna even it up for a
He's
3v3 right
clawing
now.
his way back.
Wait.
No, 3v3, I think. You only took 1 off, Matt.
Oh, thank you. Yep.
And otherwise, did
God.
1 off. Wait.
No. There. Got it.
3 on 3.
Got a 3 on 3.
What if
1
they
hit.
both drop 3
One
hits
hit
right
from
now?
yellow.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Come on.
Is that what you wanna see?
Yeah, I want to see that.
All right, we got 1 hit out of R-Wise and 1 hit. It's a 2 on 2. You might get your wish here.
No, I just meant in one roll.
Oh, and
3
one
hits
roll.
and 3
that
hits.
would be
just
that
so
would
it's
be
over.
amazing.
Just
That'd
to
be-
end the fight.
That would be amazing. So
It is, but
on the
I want
2v2,
to-
we
I
have
need to
another
say
hit
I'm
from
gonna
R-Wise,
do a lot more
and no hits. It's a 2v1. 2v1, 2 ground force
Now.
units for R-Wise against the 1 left of Scooter.
What would be
0 hits from
interesting
yellow. Oh, shit.
is
0
if-
from R-Wise.
1 instead of 2.
Oh yeah. roll
Can
one
he
more.
even it up? He does not even it up.
But you roll your 1 more.
Or he does not win, rather, because Scooter's the one with
Okay,
2.
now roll
And
2
now-
more.
Arwise's ground force misses. Scooter.
Hits.
No.
So it's
He rolled
1v2.
twice.
1v2.
The rolling is messed up.
Honestly, this is better than I probably could have hoped for.
So Arwise has 2.
Yeah, it's still
I'm
good
not
because
ground
next
force
time
will be.
you have.
There's
lot
one.
Of,
Okay. Okay.
One
oh,
on
1v1.
It's
Oh my
1v1.
God.
I think they might have messed up the rolls, but regardless, maybe they figured
Who
it out.
cares?
It is a 1v1.
Neither of them deserves to win this combat.
Yeah, I guess not. Ugh! Oh my gosh. Rolling these 30% against each other.
Oh.
Miss from Arwise, miss from Scooter.
Oh my God.
1v1, still going.
Please.
Miss from Arwise, miss from Scooter.
Come on.
Everybody just left the stream.
There.
Oh, Scooter takes it. Scooter takes Mecha-tall Rex.
Win with 1 left.
With 1 left.
Wow.
And
That was...
I can build
They'll-
technically up to 10.
There'll be a fan fiction novel written about that battle on Mecha-tall Rex.
Through the table. I'll at least build
I agree,
4.
Ginger.
All of and actually, as
Oh,
a
wait,
result of that
6,
combat,
with Halloween.
all of the people who were following Space Cats Peace Turtles just unfollowed and reverted from liking the stream to disliking it.
That's
But
the
But
end of
Scooter
my
owns
pick.
Mecha-tall Rex.
and because he has 2 floating factories there, he's gonna dump some more ground forces on.
Focus.
So
Amen to that.
it is gonna be a difficult battle in order for Wham Dog to take it, which wouldn't happen until the following round.
And we
Actually, no, I'm sorry. Diplomacy is what is on Arnor Lord. That actually could happen this round if Wham Dog is feeling a little bit froggy and wants to jump on Mecha-tall
no,
Rex.
hell no, he won't. He doesn't have the ground forces for it.
But he's not going to have the ground forces for it in the future. Like, now's the best time for him. A straight-up 7-on-7 battle. Plus, if you win the Sky Battle, you can bombard.
You're
He
not
doesn't have
winning that
enough.
Sky
He's
Battle.
not winning. Yeah, he's not winning that above
He
Mecha-tall
has-
Rex. You're right.
Green has 2 exo triremes
Yeah. he's
in
not.
the air
Yeah. Scooter somehow clawed his way back and essentially just owns Mecha-tall
and is
Rex
in a
now.
dominating position.
But he does own it. All right, that was a long turn. Goodness. But it is a victory for Scooter. Not particularly decisive, but a victory nonetheless, and he could really use it because he has not had one until now.
He could use it.
game, really.
No, he was in dire need
Yeah.
of a win.
So we move on to TG Welch. He's going to go ahead and activate Dalbotha Zehan. Looks like he's just looking to move some forces up from his home system, I believe. He does have a ton of ground forces over there for some reason. Did he transit them? How did he get those guys over there? I don't know. Regardless, he passes the turn over to Arwise. Arwise, I'm not sure what he is looking to do. TG Welch went to Wham Dog. Wham Dog is just gonna produce on Arnor Lore. Apparently, not looking to battle in Mecha-tall anytime soon. He does add some dreadnoughts, so he definitely looks like he's prepping to go into. And in fact, expending a token. Oh, he doesn't have the tokens. Expending a token to fire into Mecha-tall would have been worth it, but he doesn't have it. So that moves us over to Arwise. I'm not sure what Arwise should be looking to do this turn.
I'm trying to make a deal for you.
Yeah, I can't do what you're talking about.
Who wants to make a deal with me?
Arwise
No,
comes
I'm
back
not
on the
gonna
net
make a deal with Tyler. Why not?
after he's, and this is what he does after he's finished getting his ass beat. He comes back vocally, sounding defeated. Standard. That's probably how he won the all Winu game.
I gotta say, that is pretty pegged for exactly what transpired.
Yeah. I'm getting my ass beat. Text only. Ass beating over. I'm back.
Reluctant return to voice chat. Oh, shit.
I want to ask something, and I understand what I'm asking.
No, you can't copy Dex and then get the free
Yes,
bet.
correct. Yeah, okay.
Wow. Shut that down, Mantis.
We just put so much on hold there.
Yeah, I didn't think there was anything he had that would have affected you, but
That would have been the thing, yeah. I probably need to copy something different anyways.
Okay. Arwise looking at TG Welch's abilities before deciding what he's gonna do, I guess.
Not really. I mean,
Oh.
one more for
Oh yeah.
two
you're
more.
right.
from
That's
the
why
left.
his votes were.
Completely resistant.
He has Galactic Threat.
Need to move that now, Tyler, or
Can't
what?
believe I've missed that this whole game.
No, it's fun.
Yeah.
And this is good. I mean, he's 2 techs away from 2 in each color. After stealing, looks like Fleet Logistics.
Me too.
Not gonna get that anywhere else.
True.
18, so we're good.
But Hyper Metabolism would have been nice there too. At least you get a token off of that, you know.
All right, so Arwise does eventually decide to go ahead and pop Politics here. He is going to take the speaker token. It will be a little bit interesting to see what he does with the agenda cards. 1 on top, 1 on bottom, 2 on bottom, 2 on top, whichever he chooses. I would also like to add that the Galaxy is very action card rich, except for Scooter.
Disable.
But
Man,
Scoot-
Arwise took a big hit
Wanna
there,
discard a fire
losing Mecha-tall.
Yeah, and
He's both on bottom.
to be honest, I was a little bit surprised. I did feel that Arwise was in a position to where he was simply going to hold Mecha-tall indefinitely, and I definitely got proved wrong a little bit there. You know, Scooter clawed back in, made a deal, got Snorser to throw away a token and a destroyer to give him Exo Trireme 2s, get rid of Chaos Mapping.
Here's the Hail Mary for the point.
Alright, so Snorser is...
All right.
Throwing a Hail Mary, he
Yeah, you get
says.
to use my thing.
Right, well, because he's going to take
Go
three
1, 2,
dice at 5+ in
with the ground
PDS
force.
against this
and then I'm gonna go
Exo
1,
Trireme. I mean, he brings another Exo Trireme,
with
then
a
it's
fighter.
guaranteed.
Oh.
And a fighter. Well, it's guaranteed now. It's not really a Hail Mary. It's
Be
just
the
how much he
rift.
loses.
and
Oh,
we
wait,
go
no, I'm
for
sorry.
this.
He has
Can't
2
have
PDS
anything else in reach.
2s as well. So we're actually
Okay.
looking at
So let's riff
6
first.
shots.
Of Obby.
So he needs to
What is this?
he
Or
needs
no,
to hit
it's
5 of
force.
these 6.
And then roll.
And this is
Oh, and he's going through a gravity rift. He makes it.
this looks like
Okay, and now you get to
a
shoot PDS.
play to get 4
I've
industrial
got-
planets to
that'll be
monopolize
6 shots.
production.
Yes, there.
Oh, is Saldor Industrial?
Roll 6
Yeah,
shots.
the
Yeah, it is.
trouble
Just pick your
is
flagship, it's gonna see it.
Yeah.
that's a
Oh,
lot
it
of
will?
PDS shots.
It
That's
works
cool.
perfectly.
Yep.
And
We're
then
looking at-
purple could have just act.
Because he has
oh,
plasma,
can't.
right?
If you mouse over the
Okay,
roller,
here we go.
fucking roller.
He does have plasma.
No, he didn't
Wow.
roll yet.
Very
So
cool.
we are looking at
And
6.
I think I'll go ahead.
Well, he's got to roll them separately, though, right?
think I'm gonna use
Because
spend
he
graviton.
has... He does not have
points in the round,
anti-mass.
And also, I just
So
want
it's
to do
6
this,
at
so I'm
5
gonna grab
plus.
that.
I don't think I can pay you to not.
And
do
if
that,
I'm not
so-
mistaken, statistically he should hit 4 of those, so he
Uh,
does need to
SPC,
do
let's
a
do it.
little bit better than average
Come on,
mathematically
as long
in
as you
order
get
to
less than 4
stop.
points.
Here we go. Oh!
Hey!
Oh!
It's really bad,
Oh my god.
in fact.
Well, I'm still gonna maneuvering jet
Turns
save.
out.
Oh, and then he just gets maneuvering
Got a
jet
0.
on that
For upsult.
one hit that he rolled. Pathetic
Because
roll there.
You know, I'm drawing 2 action cards.
Yeah, he's
and
only
to
doing
make
that
sure I
because
draw
he
a
has
couple
action
I'm actually
cards.
gonna signal jam Hunter, which I guess doesn't matter because you're out of tokens.
Yeah, that's a
Never- not-
waste of
Yeah, don't do
a
that,
signal.
But you
jam.
did just let us all know what you got there, buddy.
Okay, so he chooses not to play it.
Right,
He just
'cause-
reveals to the table that he has signal jamming. What a brilliant play there by Snorserer. Hey guys, I have signal jamming. Let everybody know.
Take the planet, which is Saldor.
you know, I've actually
It's
seen
really
people play
emotional
Hakan like
because,
that,
you know, I
where
won
because
the
they
draft
can
in
deal the
Saldor.
cards where they just lay them all out and say, here's what I got for sale.
Yeah.
I don't recommend it because if I'm on the table, I'm just looking at your cards like, here's
Yeah.
all the things he can do
Exactly.
and not do.
Yeah.
The power of the action cards, a lot of it is not knowing what's in there
Right.
and
I'll be
calculating
back
what
to
could be in there potentially
Although
into
maybe
the
one
action you
for
take.
one,
So if I look over there, okay, this guy's got
I guess
straight
what
trash.
I'm asking
He
is,
can't
is
stop
there
me no
any
matter what.
need-
Then I'm more likely to
I
come
don't
over
know.
there.
I'm not
Right.
So-
you could inadvertently provoke your opponent to come over and smack you in the face by letting him know that you have nothing in your
I have
hand.
nothing under my sleeves.
Oh, are you worried about parlay? Go got it.
I can't surprise you at all.
Do you need to get here with a flank speed? Well, I don't have a sabotage.
No sabotage.
Yeah,
nothing.
It's very foolhardy to do that.
Yeah.
Do not recommend it at all.
Do not reveal your hand as a con. It's not a good play.
Yeah.
Keep it secret, and then keep a watchful eye for the deals that, like, if you have a card you think somebody might value,
Right.
make that deal. But do not just reveal all your hand.
It's a little extra effort to do that,
Game.
but
It's worth it.
I would say it would be better to miss out on deals that you don't get from revealing your entire hand of action cards than the benefit you get from revealing all of them.
And sometimes the deal that you reveal by revealing your action card hand, because somebody did that, and I was like, yeah, I'll buy that card, because it was the only thing that could stop me from winning. It was like the only thing. I was like, yeah, I'll buy it for a trade good or whatever. And he was like, all right, cool deal. Boom. I was like, all right, cool. I only bought it so it couldn't be used on me.
Yeah.
And because it was the only thing that stopped me. So, like, it's just not a good play. I've never seen it work. You make a little money, but you can make that money anyway if you just wise up about it.
Right. So the increased influence on Torcon, which made it go from a 3 to a 5 influence planet, that law has just been repealed by Mantis.
Please, want to what? Take it?
Oh my fucking god.
So Torcon does still belong to Scooter, but is no longer as beneficial as it once was.
Oh. Yep. And then Mantis has probably got his eye on it. 100%. Yep.
So we have both Scooter and Wham Dog.
No, god damn it. Shit.
Oh, Wham Dog would like to take that pass back.
No.
Now it's been like 3 actions. Fucking goddamn. I have a sabotage for that.
Oh, for the yeah, you can use sabotage in the field.
Okay, so they're gonna let
the Mantis needs to do something.
Looks like they're gonna let Scooter retcon a sabotage on Torcon. Do you burn a sabotage there?
Huh?
Do you burn a sabotage there to stop that repeal law on Torcon?
I thought you.
It depends on what you're trying to score there.
I'm just no matter what.
I don't think you do.
Whatever. Just let it go through. I messed up. It's my bad.
Yeah, good. Okay.
It also looks like he had his
Go ahead, RY.
defenses crippled on Quan. At some point.
Well, regardless, Wham Dog does pass as well, and then we have a flank speed played by Rwise in order to apparently go and claim Quan for his own, since Scooter's entire race is now located on Mecha-tall Rex.
I don't know, because we know that Mantis is going for the other cultural, and we know that Mantis is currently in the lead. So
other cultural, I have 1. That would be
same.
2.
How the hell do you even get there with a flank speed?
Gravity drive flank speed. I'm assuming this.
Yeah.
Oh, just this going there. I see.
Well, I imagine.
So just
He's
one-on-one
not
on the
pretty
ground
good
force
at
battle is
winning
what
because
it
he's
looks
got
like he's looking to play.
Oh no, he doesn't
he
have
indoctrinates.
But
Oh,
he
yeah.
can just pay.
Indoctrinates.
He can just pay.
Yeah.
Get it.
Yeah, he'll indoctrinate a ground force.
Oh, right, he could just... Well, does he have 2 influence
God.
to do that with?
If it's not this, it's something
He
else.
has 2
though,
trade
huh?
goods.
Oh, okay, he could just spend 2 trade goods and just take it.
Mantis, are you taking?
then
you're
build
taking
after he gets
Checker
there.
on Torcans then?
Yeah.
Well, that sabotage he
would've been
saved
happy
could
to
be
get
played on
sabotage
flank
out,
speed
but
now,
If it didn't happen, I have to.
if Scooter is so inclined
Truly
to
get
hold
fucked
Quan.
around.
You've got a massive ball on.
That doesn't. But I'm getting no publics.
No, man.
I haven't been able to score publics forever. The massive ball on Mecha-tall.
Okay,
I feel
looks...
like Green has occupied the seat of the Empire.
So if I lose the planet, and
What secret is that again?
3 ships above Mecha-tall
Oh,
Rex
that's
while you
your
own it.
influence. That's your word.
If he does, hees gonna
Yeah.
get a point for it.
I feel
Not
like
only
he does
anything,
have it.
it's
Oh, because he
just
invested so much into
I'm-
Mecha-tall Rex.
Go for it.
When
I
he
won't
could have
stop
done
if I
the
don't
other
save it for
things,
when
I
it
just
actually
feel like
matters,
he's got
I'm
it.
gonna lose
That would help him claw back into this game a little bit, and it would be one of the only things that makes sense. So Scooter is declining to sabotage this flank speed here. Rwise is going to evacuate Kornik Rescalon with a carrier, 3 fighters, and the lone ground force. Now it's basically only does Rwise decide to spend the 2 trade
100%.
goods.
100%.
He's spending the 2.
Yeah.
Yes, he is. Okay.
He spins the 2.
That gets you
He
2
takes one, and he
Daxiv
gets
win.
and he gets another ground force with Daxiv.
Now he doesn't have 4 cultural.
He's got 3 infantry. He can build up to 3 things there.
Yeah, you get a third one from Dax if otherwise before you do anything.
No, he gets a second one from Dax if he only.
Well,
had one.
yeah, he adds a second one to get 3 total. Because he indoctrinates one. He
Yeah,
switches
well-
Oh,
over.
right.
Dax
The
if I
indoctrinate
won.
was one. The Dax was a third. Right.
It's a
right.
great combo.
Yeah. It's a great combo. 2 ground force swing.
And then he builds with all 3 of them.
Yeah. I mean, he
Just
kind of
check here
spent.
real quick.
He kind of spent 2 trade goods on
It feels like
taking a planet, getting rid of a
every
ground
negative
force,
effect
and adding
action
2
card
ground
has been
forces.
used against me this game.
It's definitely a good deal. And then he's going to go ahead and add a couple more ground forces and a
Definitely the
cruiser.
majority.
So he moves over with only a carrier and 3 fighters
It makes
Like-
you
and,
And a
and
ground
1
force.
ground force. And then it explodes
Into an army.
into 5 ground forces on Quan, a carrier, 3 fighters, and
And
a
these
cruiser
are the
and a space
things that he
weapon.
was capable of from the onset.
From the
And I
onset.
would have liked it to see him
Be a little more aggressive
flex that.
and flex it into Welch.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Because Welch was sitting on a thin veil of nothing, of 2
Yes.
carriers
Yes.
and 6 planets.
Yeah, and really what he should have been looking to do is pay Mantis for military support. And say, yeah, I'll give you a trade good, give me some more dudes. Boom,
Yes.
give me some more dudes. Boom.
Yes. And they were neighbors because of that alpha.
Oh, I can
Yep.
only
So
do
that would have easily been yeah. RY's missing a
Two
beat
more
here and
things.
there, to be honest. I mean, still every player is very much in this game.
Fighter,
Even Snorcer, who's a little bit behind, is still
Yeah, so I'm
technically not
building
out of it
2
entirely. He's all but out of it. But he's going to activate his home
oh, okay,
system and
yeah.
then add some forces, which is going to pass up Scooter, who has already passed this round, and then move into
Yeah.
Mantis.
Same as if-
I'm gonna cast Map into Destroyer.
Oh man, just no.
He's going to Chaos Map a Destroyer in, and then he's going to go ahead, activate Torcon, Tycheron, and grab it for
Land
himself.
on both these.
Wisely so, smart move.
Easy. Easy
Yep,
money.
easy decision there.
Just so fucking brutal.
Yeah.
That's going to bring us over to TG Welch, who is looking to go ahead and take back Cornique since it was evacuated by Arwise.
I can't believe this game this fool is having.
I know.
I mean, what? Mantis wins, right?
I mean,
Mantis at
he
8?
totally
No, I can't score my
just
figures.
gave away acquiring any plastic at all
Without attacking blue.
to jump out to like 4-point round 2 situation,
Yeah.
and then made a crazy deal with Scooter for a support swap not to lose both the Zehan, and then just built up, and now, I mean, he's reasonably protected. Nobody can really do anything. And no, he's technically not out in front. Mantis did come back and overtake him on the points, but he's, only one
Arwise,
behind,
you want
sitting
free
at
military
5.
support?
Obviously can still take this game.
It's a trap.
Of course it's a trap, but I'm offering to Stella, basically.
Yeah, Ginger, he kind of got beat back by Mantis a
That's just
bit
the usual.
during this game, to be honest. So that's going to bring us back to Arwise, who just dominantly established a presence on Quan, and if he has threatened enemies, he's going to score an extra objective point this round. I don't think he does. He may have just been looking to take Quan because taking Quan is a planet, and it's nice to have.
It's a 6th planet.
Only one way.
I think he's already
Um,
scored 6 planets.
I don't think he ever. Oh yeah, he did score it.
Yeah.
So yeah, 2 texts and 2 colors. Wait, he's Hakan, right? So he can score 2
Right.
texts, 2 colors easy here. 1, 2.
God, Exo Trireme is so good.
Yeah, who
Yeah,
knows what
it's
he's trying to score
nasty.
now?
Yeah, Scooter, Exo Trireme is good. It kind of saved your ass.
It just sucks that so many of you have it. Like, it's just not very...
I don't. Well, purple's
I
got
don't
your
see the issue with
support,
that.
right? Because you can't activate
Yeah.
and stuff.
Purple has Hakan's support.
Well, good for you.
Whamdog has Arwise's support.
They're
I mean, only
supported
2
up,
of us
so
have
you
it.
can't take the Lizard.
Yeah, that seems like a lot.
So it's
You-
dumb to even talk about.
In the grand scheme.
All right, so he moves up
We could go
the
up to 3.
Alistair.
Right now, it's pretty
Um,
standard
now, if
filler
he
game in the
takes-
setting, XO.
Too many fighters. That's
Yeah.
an obvious mistake. You obviously prioritize ground
It
forces
would-
here.
It would feel like a lot regardless.
In
It's-
fact,
yeah.
three fighters is too much. in my opinion.
I'm passing.
I like having fighters a good mix because
Oh, do
Also,
you?
Stardeck can
fighters are
always get
good for
excess.
things like
Yeah,
no,
PDS
probably.
screens
Mm.
and
Satisfaction.
courageous to the like stuff
I'm
that
not getting home and
targets
building, and then
ships
I'll pass my
specifically,
build.
or that you can shed those fighters. I like having a few
Fair point.
fighters with my flagship.
Fair point.
I do.
I like how when I talk about stealing point or blocking points from other people in the Discord, everyone's like, "I don't know, man. That earns a lot of ire." But when it's ire from Matt, everyone's like, "Yeah, we should probably go for it." That seems like
It'd be hypocritical of us not to.
So it looks like we have a home build over here
I know,
from Mantis,
I'm,
which
I'm
passes us
thinking of
back to
trying
TG
figure out
Welch.
how to stop
TG
that
Welch
from going
activates the
without losing
Nebula
support.
and then
It's
moves
pretty hard.
in. What
Like I
flagship
said,
does
I'm
he
not
have
strong
again?
as
Oh
a
yeah,
hero,
the
and
Son
I
of Ra,
probably
just
get
a
two
solid
X2
fighting ship.
colors, so good luck.
But if he only brings one fighter with it, that's an obvious mistake.
So I
You're
feel
going for,
like
four of
TG
the
Welch
same
is
type of planet,
certainly
you're
trying
not,
to
so it's
control the
just
region.
Right,
not
this
bad.
gets me closer to what I need to do.
Really, because he's gonna need two more,
6 systems.
or just one more if he leaves a ship on his home system.
my biggest regret is just
Right.
not swallowing TG whole because
But
now
wait,
it's too slow.
he has no way to grab
Swallow
another
either of my
system
neighbors,
for
and
control the region.
I just should have.
For 4 and Star Wars building.
because he has one ship on every one of his spots.
So it's you again, Mantis. Mantis passed, so
These
it's
abilities,
TG.
the only option was war.
Yeah, and really he should have, I think, still gone after TG.
Oh no, this fighter's gonna count on this
He
space
is
dock,
going
so
for
he
six
does have control of the
ships and
region. That was a
six
good
systems.
call.
Yeah, definitely trying to control the region. And everybody else is stalled out.
Now, is anyone going
how they
to
build a
care?
cruiser?
Well, the
They
only person
cannot,
who
'cause
could stop him
everybody's
is
passed.
Rwise. Rwise is out of tokens. Yep, he's gonna grab that control of the region. It looks
yeah,
like.
we're back at, I think it's just you, Red.
Is it? Oh, I didn't know where he's passed.
He put the
Tyler.
speaker token of his thing.
You know what? And I also forgot. I just remembered. we
I'm
need
looking
to
for any
update
way to get
this,
$3 out of you,
because we are in
so that
round
I'm
4.
not dead in the water.
Is that visible all the time? Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's on the scoreboard.
Oh, it's
Great. How many
you
people
never
are
have
out
a
there? What's
turn
who's
on
viewing this
Holy-
thing?
I don't know how I could give you $3. Man.
Okay.
Give me.
Only
The only thing I have
4,600
left.
viewers currently.
No, that's total views of this
I
channel.
I'm just going
Everybody
for
can
it.
see how many viewers we have. 7.
Shh. Most of them don't look.
I
though.
would pay $3 for that, but we don't have a turn.
I
All right,
waited
so it
too
looks
long.
like we're just kind of waiting on Welch to pass here. He doesn't have any other actions. Is he gonna do a card action?
It's an interesting offer.
Oh, they're trying to work out some kind of deal right now.
I gotta hold on to my cash, man. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Alright, I passed.
Your first to score.
All right, so with that, we do go ahead and move into the status phase, starting with scoring.
I will have control the region.
Let them know to type their objectives in chat.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so we do have control the region
What is the action card that's
from
face up?
Welch.
It's just yellow showing us that he has. Oh, he's discarding, and he's discarding.
Oh, gross.
parlay.
He thought he was gonna win the combat of Mecha-tall.
Oh,
He didn't
wow.
play it. Although I think it would have been sad if you played it.
Ugh,
Yeah, I would have said. I had
course
to
it
stab
doesn't
it
work.
already for that.
there we go.
All right, so
Um,
My turn.
what did Tyler score?
He's
Tyler, you
actually
start,
at
Tyler, and then Hunter, go ahead.
7 because he
8
also scored
influence, 4
8 influence.
in planets.
Please work.
TG Welch is
4
scoring
in trade.
I got Welch.
8 influences. Okay. Oh, they're all
I'm
typing
moving
them in their
you on
chat
that,
now.
Cool, thanks.
All
Wham
right.
Dog scores 8 influence. R-Weiss
Sounds
is
like he's
doing
gonna
2 and
find
2
that in
colors.
2 and
And 5 action cards.
2. Found the plague.
No, did I fuck up?
And he's
Okay,
and
I did
R-Weiss is
fuck up.
scoring
Woo.
discard 5 action cards.
I got 8 influence, 7 from planets, and 1 from trade goods, and then I also have 4
Sorcerer is doing
culturals.
8 influence and 4 industrial planets.
Oh, oops.
And
So
Snorcer
Meharzul
is-
plus my home system plus a trade good, and the 4
Of course it doesn't
culturals
work.
counts the one I took in from Hunter.
And then 4
Okay,
industrial.
wait, that's secret.
Yes.
There you
Is
go.
that a secret?
It's not
a secret
cultural, it's
objective, yeah.
industrial.
Monopolize production.
Right?
God damn it. Yes, it is the right secret. That's why I thought I fucked up for a second.
We're actually running out of spots.
Alright, I already moved you
But
up.
I did.
Who else
get
is
it.
left?
I'll do
1,
control Mecha-tall
2,
Rex and 3 ships.
3, 4. We were missing
Tough seat right there to get.
the Mantis.
Alright, so we are... I'm gonna have to start typing this in manually. It's unfortunately gonna mess up
Right,
the
ready for the stage 2?
scoring a bit. But these blocks are not working right now.
Let's do it.
Here we go. 6 planets of the same trait.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, that's not
Well,
working.